5 things every man should have before starting a relationship. What's going on, people? It's your boy Leon Maz from Leon Talks TV. Today I want to talk about something really important to men, especially young men getting into this dating game. 5 things every man should have before jumping into a relationship. We all want to find that special someone, but being ready for a relationship means being in a good place in your own life first. So let's break it down and explore these 5 things together. Chapter 1, your own place. First up, having your own place. This is a big one. Having your own space means you have control over your environment. It's a place where you can relax, think, and be yourself. Imagine coming home after a long day and knowing that you can kick back and enjoy your own sanctuary. Also, when it comes to dating, it saves you time and money on hotels, Airbnbs, or having to ask a friend to borrow his room. It's quite funny, right? I'll let you in on something. When I was younger, my friends and I would always ask each other who had a free house on days we had a woman to entertain, right? So let me tell you, it used to be a struggle. Sometimes you would have to let go of pursuing certain women and relationships because you knew you didn't have anywhere to take them unless everyone in your household was at work. But for instance, getting your parents' work schedule, knowing when they went to work or when they was going to be at home, wasn't easy, especially if you had a parent that worked at different times and worked on a shift pattern. And whenever you did ever get a free house, in my case, it was always last minute. And then I would have to call all the girls in my phone book to see who was free, available that day, because you didn't know when the next time you would have an empty house. You know, I had a friend once who got a girl to come see him, and he ended up going to a hotel. He didn't want to make it look like he had booked the hotel because, you know, it gives the impression that he only wanted one thing. But the truth is he didn't have his own place to take the girl. And you know, a girl can feel funny about that. So he made it seem like he wanted to go to a bar for drinks at the hotel and made it look like a date. And if all went well, he would just say he booked the room. If they ended up drinking and getting a bit too drunk to drive back home, he would just say, let's book the room here and then we can stay the night and leave out in the morning. So the moral of the story is that sometimes not having your own place means you go to great lengths just to get alone time to get laid. So the importance of having your own house is definitely a good priority. It saves a great deal of hassle. Chapter 2, your own car. Next on the list is having your own car. Now this doesn't have to be a fancy sports car or a Ferrari or anything like that. It just needs to be reliable. Having your own wheels gives you the freedom and independence. You can go where you want, when you want, without relying on someone else. Cars are definitely beneficial in relationships. They make life a lot easier. You know how women want to be picked up and dropped off, especially if they live a bit far from you. For instance, it can be beneficial when you're on spontaneous dates. If you have nothing going on in your day and you need some lady company, you could literally just jump in your car and head to her. If it's rainy or snowing and she doesn't have the motivation to see you, this is where a car can be beneficial. It's also helpful for date nights or when you have to be in multiple places together. But don't get me wrong, it's not as important as having your own place, in my opinion. Because really and truly, if a girl really likes you, she'll jump in an Uber, train, or even a plane. It doesn't matter. However, having a car makes certain scenarios in dating a lot easier. Chapter 3, 6 months of savings. Now let's talk about money, especially having 6 months of savings. This might sound like a lot, but it's important. Having savings means you can handle unexpected situations without stressing. Whether it's a job loss or a sudden expense, having a financial cushion gives you peace of mind. Imagine you building a house you wouldn't want to start without a strong foundation, right? Your savings are the foundation. They keep you stable, secure, allowing you to focus on your relationship rather than on money worries. Remember, a lot of issues in the relationships come down to financial situations. So make sure you always have a backup plan. Chapter 4, being debt-free. Next up, being debt-free. This is crucial. If you have debts hanging over your head, it can put a lot of stress on you and in relationships you're in. Being debt-free means you can focus building a life with someone without the weight of financial burdens. Think of it like carrying a heavy backpack. If you're weighed down by debt, it can slow you down and make everything harder. When you're free of that weight, you can run, jump, and enjoy life to the fullest. Chapter 5, being in shape. Finally, let's talk about being in shape. This is the ultimate game changer, if you didn't know by now. Looks maxing. The ultimate game changer to gaining attraction to women, but this doesn't mean you have to be a bodybuilder or a marathon runner. It just means taking care of your health. When you're in shape, you feel better, you look a lot better, have more energy, and are generally happier. Plus, being healthy shows that you respect yourself, and that's attractive to your potential partners. Imagine your body as a car. If you take care of it, it runs smoothly. But if you neglect it, it might break down when you need it the most. Remember the words of Jim Rohn: take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Conclusion. So let's recap. Before jumping into a relationship, make sure you have your own place, your own car, 6 months of savings, you're debt free, and you're in shape physically. These things will help you build a strong foundation for a healthy, happy relationship. You see, the solution is simple. Take your time to get these aspects of your life in order. Focus on yourself first, and when you're in a good place, you'll be ready to start dating and welcoming someone into your life. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more info, tips on relationships, self-improvement. Let's keep growing together. Cheers. Yours truly, Leon Mans from Leon Talks TV.